just walked into the supermarket to buy a bottle of water, but I never expected that my daughter waiting outside would be brutally murdered for no reason, and the killer did it just to complete an initiation ritual the gang had prepared for him. When I rushed out in grief and rage, the killer froze in place out of fear. I rushed up and tackled the killer to the ground. During the struggle, I pulled off the killer's mask, but then the killer suddenly got up and kicked me away, then fled into the distance. Fortunately, the police who heard the gunshot arrived just in time and managed to catch the killer. My daughter was quickly rushed to the emergency room. My wife and I waited anxiously outside. However, at this moment, the doctor walked out of the emergency room with a grim expression. I realized my daughter didn't make it after all. What made me even more furious was, the prosecutor told me, the killer would only get a maximum of 6 years in prison because there were no surveillance cameras at the scene and no murder weapon was found on the killer. To make matters worse, I was the only witness at the crime scene, but I suffered a concussion during the attack, so I couldn't serve as a valid witness. Realizing the law couldn't bring that killer to justice, I could only choose to punish him my own way. So at the court hearing the next day, when I looked at that disgusting face, I lied to the judge.
Can you point out the attacker that you saw and physically fought with?
No.
Settle!
Not sure I can confidently identify that man as the attacker.
What are you doing?
I chose not to identify the killer in court. The killer walked out of the courtroom confidently. His brother was full of pride at his performance. Little did he know I was watching all of this from a distance. I was definitely going to teach this motherfucker a lesson. Late at night, I waited outside the killer's apartment for him to appear. After I saw him come out, I quietly followed him in my car. When we got to a deserted place, I suddenly floored the gas pedal and rammed into him. He fell heavily to the ground. I got out of the car and took a baseball bat from the trunk. Then I quickly drove away. In my garage at home, I disposed of all the evidence. However, I didn't know I had actually left behind a fatal piece of evidence. That evening, the killer's brother came to the gang as usual. Suddenly, his men told him his brother had been killed. He rushed to the crime scene. By then, the police had already blocked off the street, looking at his brother's cold body. He was furious. Then he quickly gathered all the girls who were working that night, asking them if they saw anything unusual last night. One girl told him there was a well-dressed white guy hanging around outside. He wasn't there for the party. He just sat in his car outside the whole time. After hearing this, he pulled out his phone and pulled up a photo of me he had saved, asking if it was this person. The girl confirmed on the spot that it was me. After hearing this, he burst out laughing. He couldn't believe I actually dared to come for revenge. Then he ordered his men to gather everyone to hunt me down. The next day, I was sitting outside a cafe working. He and his men approached me quickly with guns.